I had my National Youth Theatre audition yesterday, and I just thought I'd have a little talk about it because these videos really helped me before I went into it. I watched quite a few of them, so I just thought I'd make one about my experience and what to expect. So the first thing is when you get there. So I got there half an hour early, I think, and so did most people. So I think tried to come like half an hour, 20 minutes early. On arriving, I knew 2 people there already, which was like great, but there was a lot of people there that didn't know anyone, and they just sort of got on with it. Because drama kids in general are quite easy to talk to, well, from my experience anyway, and they're quite loud, so they're easy to get on with, and yeah, so people were just talking to anyone. So first thing is the workshop. In my workshop there were about 30 people, I think, which is quite big. We started off with some sort of grounding exercises, classic breathing, lying on the floor, some yoga-y things, which is actually really good to start with because I feel like it made everyone feel a little bit more comfortable in the room. Then what did we do? We did some name games, classic drama, in a circle, and yeah, that was good as well, just to have a gist of people's names, just so you weren't you all the time. We did some other walking around games, so quite active, to be honest. I was sweating at the end, and just interacting with people, which was actually quite good, just to not feel as nervous, which was really helpful. So next is the devising part. I thought this bit was going to be a bigger part of it because from all the videos I'd watched, they've made quite a big deal out of it. But in the end it was only 2 minutes long, so I don't know. But so first what we had to do is got into groups of 6 or 7, and then we had 7 minutes to talk about issues or things that affect us in a positive or a negative way. My group settled on climate change because there'd been the recent strikes and stuff in Bath and Bristol about it, so just thought pretty relevant, so let's do that. Then we got another, I think it was 3 minutes to think about a plot, a storyline, and we had to make 3 freeze frames. And then we got given another, it must have been 15 minutes to create something. And to be fair, ours in the end was I liked it, it was alright, but it was 2 minutes long. So looking around, all the other groups were quite stylised, quite physical theatre, which to be fair I think they were looking for. And yeah, so we showed all those, and then had a little talk about when people's times were and who they were seeing for their audition and what rooms they were in. And then we went off to lunch. And then so after lunch it's just audition. So you come back off your lunch whenever your audition was scheduled to be. I think you have to be 20 minutes earlier than it was said that you meant to be there. So mine was meant to be at 2:50, but something happened, they lost someone I think, or something got muddled up and it ended up being at 2:40, which was fine because I got there early anyway, so yeah, that was alright. I was literally freaking out before, I was so nervous, but I feel like the people around me helped to calm me down a little bit, but I was I never really get too nervous unless it's auditions. That's the one thing where I'm oh. But yeah, as soon as I walked in to the door of the audition, I just feel all the nerves just slipped away. They made such a calm atmosphere in there, and I don't know, it wasn't too stressful. So I got in there and she asked me a few questions. So it's classic ones: where do you go to school? What are you studying? What are your hobbies? Why have you chosen to audition for NYT? And just, yeah, general questions. I did my monologue, which is about 2 minutes. I was stressing I was going to forget the words, but I didn't in the end, so it's better than I expected. But yeah, then asked me a few more questions about what I would have done differently and about the workshop and stuff, and then I was on my way. So yeah, it was a 10-minute audition, and yeah, I think it went, from the feedback from everyone else as well, it wasn't too scary. It seemed scarier thinking about it, because you're oh my god, national, it must be so professional and so scary to do, but I it was a lot more chilled than I thought it was going to be, and I've had that, like, people who did other days in other places also have said that it was like more chilled than they expected it to be. So yeah, that's my experience of the National Youth Theatre audition and kind of like a what to expect sort of thing. Yeah. Oh.